So as the unofficial Jimmy apologist.
Oh, we're talking Jimmy?
uh,
Okay.
no. Just to me the biggest disappointment as a Jimmy fan
Mm-hmm.
was that quarterback sneak. I will admit that
Oh,
was
that was it.
something
Big time,
that
right? I can excuse an interception. You missed a guy, happens. But whoa, with the game on the line? Whoa.
yeah, and
Whoa.
you saw
Yeah.
this last night as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Living upstate New York, Josh
Hmm.
Allen had a perfect game as a
Yeah.
QB. He went toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes, won that game. The Bills lost because they didn't have very good situational football down pat, right?
Yeah.
13 seconds left. Why didn't they squib kick it? Why didn't
Same
they
thing the
run off the
Niners did
clock?
against the Packers week 3. We were at,
Same
remember that?
thing with the
Same
correct,
thing.
correct, same
How did
thing.
they?
But yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And the moment became too much for them. They went into conservative mode, and with a team like Mahomes, much like the Niners too. Now, at the end of the game, they're the aggressor, and Kyle likes being the aggressor. You put Kyle in a way where he has to be somewhat hesitant, and we have seen this in the past. He does not do well when he is bullied or his offenses is getting bullied, very much so. If it's the end of the game and the defense is trying to play conservative, that's where Kyle shines.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of the game, where he can dictate everything.
Yeah.
He does
That's
not do well with a counter punch or someone being the aggressor initially. Um,
yeah.
and so that being said, I think that, this is a very favorable matchup for the 49ers.
Extremely.
Uh, they're not an
They must be
aggressive
so
defense.
happy right now. They must be
Uh,
so. I mean, the biggest thing is they can't be overconfident. Honestly, that's it.
no,
That's
no,
it.
no,
That's the whole
no,
thing.
no.
As a
And
coach, you got to know that your team is thinking like, "We got this 6 in a row," and your whole speech has to be like, "This is a totally different world. Those games have nothing to do with this."
no. And here's the other thing. How interesting is that the two most aggressive teams in the offseason in the NFC are in the NFC Championship. Both did it a different way,
Yep,
right? One
true.
went via free agency and one went via the draft, right?
Yeah,
Both of them decided that they were going to make their bed one way or the other. The 49ers,
I
you know,
scoffed at both teams this offseason. I was like, "What are you doing?" What the Bengals did is the way I would build a team, and they're the only team that. Anyway, the Bengals have worked out. It seems to be prevalent in the AFC building team. There's a lot of young quarterbacks in the AFC. In the NFC, it's very much old guard. Spend a ton
correct,
on a quarterback. Get a veteran.
correct.
Yeah,
Correct. And,
yeah,
and so the Niners, to me, are going to come out of this, guys, no matter what, very well because they have a quarterback already.
yep.
They already have that. They already have that, and their division is filled with hyper aggressive teams. 6 out of the last 10 teams to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC have come from the NFC West.
The
The
Niners
NFC
are built to
West,
be in the NFC Championship like for a while, aren't? Are they not
correct.
even? No matter who their
Even if
quarterback.
no matter who the quarterback
No
is,
matter who their
no
quarterback.
matter
If
who
it's
the
Jimmy
quarterback
next
is,
year, they could probably do it again. If it's Trey next
correct.
year, they could probably do it again. If it's someone else, I think they could do it. Yeah.
They can do it. And like
Yeah.
I said, the thing that I like the most this time of year, the 49ers can win different ways, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo has played like a dumpster fire the last 2 or 3 games. Even the best Jimmy Garoppolo fan will say,
It's,
but he wins. But that's all he's got, right? He doesn't even have a drive where he can say he was 6 for 6. We're down to 2 passes. That's
he
who we
had that
are.
in LA, but that wasn't the play. His playoff
No,
resume has been
no.
really bad. It's his
It's
quarterback
been
rating
really
in the
bad.
playoffs is 70. 70.
Correct. But
Yeah.
you know
But
what?
he's
The
due.
old Kyle last year or in 2019 would have made Jimmy throw that ball on 37.
Yes.
Kyle
He
Kyle
called
has
timeout. He was like,
grown.
"What am I thinking?
What am
What
I
am I
thinking?
thinking?"
What is my best player? And for those people that were ragging on that 4th and 1 call, you have to remember that running back is a rookie in his early 20s. The moment is big for him too. Had he had just followed Trent Williams, he was 10, 15 yards in the clear. There was no one there. He cut it up inside. That's what cost him. Had he had gone out and followed Trent, there was no one outside. He would have easily picked up that 4th down. So again, learning experiences. Did they get lucky? Yes. But you know what?
I just want to point out that in Dallas, they did the same thing. It was 3rd and 10. They handed off to Debo. He got 9 and he got everything but an inch. Everything but he made the same call in back-to-back games with the game on the line. And Debo just didn't get that last inch the last time. And then Jimmy blew it. God, that is it. Woo! That play. But anyway, 4-1 in the playoffs. This guy is quite amazing, man.
Again, I understand what the team's saying, but you have to remember the team
What
only
else are you
looks
gonna
at
say?
wins and losses. But
Yeah.
they only look at wins and losses.
Right.
They don't want
Right.
to change anything. Why
No.
would they? They're winning
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
Their
It's almost like
contracts, they're
superstitious, you know? It's like, hey, why?
correct.
Right.
Correct.
Don't mess with
Correct.
it.
100%. It's like a
Yeah.
batting line. If they're hot, what is the manager going to do? He's going to stick with the same batting line.
Exactly.
Right?
And everyone's not going to change their underwear. Same thing. Yeah. I got to take some more calls, man, but I like that you dressed up. Thank you for being a professional correspondent.
Work in between meetings.
All right, man. Good to see you.
See ya.
Peace. Rob says, hey, Grant, sorry I can't participate today. Quick question. If someone pulls D'Amico, do you like Wink Martindale to replace? Sure, but that's the one thing I'm never going to second guess Kyle on is his choice of defensive coordinators. That man knows what he's looking for. I would never question him on that again. I questioned him on the last two. My bad, Kyle. Sorry. No, he knows. I bet you Kyle knows exactly who he would go to. I bet you he's probably groomed the guy already. And one last thing. Having Chris Kocurek is going to make any defensive coordinator's life real easy. I mean, Robert Saleh was a decent defensive coordinator. They got brought in. Chris Kocurek, look at him now. Head coach. I might think that I'm just saying, if you have a supercharged D line, you're going to look good as a freaking coordinator. Sal Jeezy says, side note, isn't it hilarious that the Rams are trying to block the Niners fans from getting tickets to this game? Talk about desperation. It is hilarious. But if you've ever lived in LA, you know that this is how it is. Like back in the 80s, the Raiders would be winning Super Bowls, and then they'd have a game against the Cowboys or the Jets. And the entire stadium would be Cowboys or Jets fans. That's how it is in LA. Hey, I don't know if you remember, but I called the defense Debo and Mitchell playing much better now, and they came in clutch, especially the defense and Debo. Francisco, you called it, man. Everyone was talking about that, how you were right. Everyone was talking about that. Niners are underdogs versus Rams. We get no respect. 3-point underdogs. I don't get that. It's kind of strange. How many times do the Niners have to demonstrate that they have a complete psychological edge over this team? From coaches to players. People need to stop. Our chances to win don't decrease with the number of times we play. It's not like compound interest. They have to play us a third, too. That's what I'm saying. They've beat them 6 times in a row. Saturday was the second time this season A-Rod fooled us into thinking he had a shot. I'm so tired of that guy. But at least he didn't commit a turnover. It wasn't his fault they lost. He didn't do anything good. But it wasn't his fault they lost. It was definitely special teams. He could have won that game 10-6. Pretty much would have won that game 10-6. Not feeling good about this game at all. Well, why? What's your thoughts on about tickets limit for fans? I think they opened it up today, didn't they? I think you're good to get one. No matter how the playoffs go, I hope they don't overplay their hand trading. I hope they don't try for too much from a team, and JG's back next year jeopardizes Lance development for an extension for Debo. I agree. I mean, I think the Niners are pretty clear that anything that happens with Jimmy Garoppolo just is boosting his trade value. And I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo wants to come back either. Don't you think he wants done with this situation? It's probably stressful.